Of course, I am Sam Dandy. The entire gang is here. And if you've been watching News Central Television, of course, you do know that we have spoken to global superstar Davido, and we still have him in our studios in Abuja. A lot of us are excited, of course, especially fans like myself who have absolutely enjoyed his project. But from big screens to stories that has been making headlines for years, of course, we're going to get into conversations from not just music, but also, of course, Nollywood as well. Ekemini is in the studio as well. Who's excited about this conversation?
Of course, you're very excited. Sam is very excited, obviously. But we have Davido with us still. I hope you can hear us. Hi, David. How are you feeling?
Because we got questions for him. I mean,
Lots.
Huge fan of the Oriade project. Alone. See, to be honest, I mean, look at the stars of the project. We're tapping from South African stars. We got Black Sheriff on it, Leon Thomas on it. Come on, number 11.
Yes.
And again, I know people are going to start to compare and say, oh, can you compare it to Five, to Timeless? Stop it. Music is timeless. Absolutely. And that's all that matters.
We don't even want to compare at all. And don't get me started on our Nigerian stars as well. Before, you know, Mayo Kunfola and all of them.
We did the trend.
We did a challenge, right?
And the Take 3 gang was reposted.
But I hope that David can hear us now. Hi, Davido. How are you feeling?
Hey, what's up? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
absolutely.
we can hear you.
Perfect.
Let's start by saying we're super excited. Of course, we're live in our studio in Lagos. And we've got a few questions. First of all, congratulations to you, your family, of course, on that win.
Yes.
Let's talk about the music, because we are big fans of it. I mean, Oriade, hit title, hit project. We don't want to compare, but what does this one mean to you compared to other projects that you've put out in over the many years you've done this?
To be honest, because of the originality, I wasn't like really chasing numbers or wanted to, you know, Western validation. I just wanted to enter the studio and make the new music I know how to make and then just drop it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was really the vibe with Oriade. Now, with the whole title and the whole the theme of the whole project, you know, me coming back, because I did my African tour last year.
Right.
And I hadn't toured Nigeria and Africa in about 8 years. So me just coming back just gave me that feeling that, you know, I think this next project, I want it to be home-based, you know, from the music to the title. You know, the title is Yoruba, which is my tribe.
Right.
You know, and if you listen to the music too, it's really, really, really Davido original African Afrobeats. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just really happy that people really enjoyed the album, you know what I'm saying? And it did its cause.
Absolutely did its cause, and we're still enjoying it, by the way. We're going to ask you if you've definitely seen our challenge, you know, with regards to the song before, because you reposted it, but we're going to play it again for you, not now, so that you tell us if we did justice to the vibe, right? But you chose to make Oriade the album a very shorter track compared to your other albums, Five, Timeless, you know, and all of that. Was that a creative decision because you feel audiences want maybe less music than impact?
I think yes, because we're in a time where, bro, like, if you drop song now in 2 months, in 2 months, they want to hear a new one. You know what I'm saying? We're in times where, you know, attention span is shorter. You know what I'm saying? There's 10, 20, 50 songs being dropped every day. You know what I'm saying? So, like already my fans are already asking me, when is the next project? You know what I'm saying? So, and I wanted to keep this short and sweet. You know, short and sweet.
I want to ask this, and I know maybe I might be jumping the gun, but talking about a tour, I mean, the touring culture in Nigeria itself, it's almost nothing anymore, you know? We want to see people go from big stars like yourself, go from Osun State to Kaduna, you know, all around. What would it be to make that possible, you know? Not just in Lagos in December. Any plans? If you got any, let us know.
Just did it. I did it. I did last year. Last year, I did Akwa Ibom. I did Adamawa. I did Enugu. I did Ibadan. So I did Davido shows last year in Nigeria. I'm about to do Osun, you know. So, like I said, it all takes planning. before I did those shows, I was worried about three things: the production, the security, and funding. You know what I'm saying? And we were able to cross all three, targets last year. So it's very possible if you put your mind to it. I have a good production team. Even if it's to fly in equipment, it's possible because Nigerian was still growing, But I hear, there's an arena coming soon, Lagos Arena. So, things are going to change a bit. But I feel like, yes, it's very, very possible to do shows around Nigeria once you plan ahead and, you have the budget for everything. Definitely, it's definitely possible.
Funding is definitely important, just like you said, Davido. But let's talk about Afrobeats in general. Recently in the podcast, you mentioned that Afrobeats is now a lucrative business. The game, we're balling, but the friendship in the industry is deteriorating, according to you. What made you say that?
Don't get the question, please.
Okay, so you mentioned during a recent podcast, right, the Uncut podcast, where you spoke about Afrobeats, the game is lucrative. We're getting bigger. We're going on international tours. We're going global. The streaming numbers are off the roof, topping charts here and there. But that the friendship in the industry is deteriorating. Why did you, say that? What made you draw that conclusion?
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Like, I feel like in 10 years ago, we were kind of more unified, Like, we all used to hang out together, do things together, be in the studio together. But I feel like, things like Stanship has kind of made us, everybody just be on their own, day on their, these fans can really, put things in your head that is not there. Do you understand? They can even put in things you can have a friend, these fans will put something in your head to make you feel like that your friend is fighting. And now your friend is not doing anything, but especially with social media, it's just crazy. But I hope that maybe one day we can all be able to be friends again. But right now, everybody is doing their own thing, so you can't hate on that.
Okay, so Davido, I would like to ask you this with regards to, earlier today. Would you like to clarify your friendship with somebody like Wande Coal right now, or maybe Wizkid?
With Wande, if you even watch the interview, I didn't even say anything bad. I just said we recorded a song as an original song. First of all, Wande has been looking for my attention for the past year, just doing whatever. He's been looking for my attention for some reason. I don't know. He even asked for my number 2 weeks ago, and I told him not to give him. So he's just acting like a baby. He'll be fine. He has somebody to take care of him. Anyway, I didn't even say nothing bad. I just said, that I didn't record the song as a remix, and you wanted to drop it as a remix. So I was like, no, I don't want us to do that. But if you listen to the interview, I was even like, but it would have been nice. That's how I ended it. But the whole industry, they always rush to get to David. You know what I'm saying? They always, now David, they peppery them. You know what I'm saying? I've known Wande was one of the artists I was, growing up, looked up to. You know what I'm saying? I know it's painful to see somebody come from back. So he's not himself in the head, but he'll be fine. One day he'll be fine.
Okay.
What about Wizkid? What about Wizkid?
I don't want to answer that question.
Oh my. Oh my goodness.
My curiosity, when you spoke earlier, you talked about how fans can put certain narratives in your head. I want to know, in the time that you've been in the industry, how would you qualify the fan or audience influence on your craft, on your presentation? Just how have the fans affected you so far?
Man, my fans, I have crazy fans, man. You know what I'm saying? Fans that, but they motivate me. I won't like to, apart from all the Stanship fights, they put me on check. Whenever they feel like I'm not on my A game, you know what I'm saying? I get DMs from my fans, but, you know what I'm saying? like when I was on tour, I think at when it was like getting to the end, I had like fans writing me, "Oh, boss, you need to rest, please. After tour, make sure you get some rest." So, you know what I'm saying? These are people that always support me, always there for me. You know what I'm saying? Negative or positive, you know what I'm saying? But there's also that side of stanship where it's like, do they do too much sometimes? Maybe yes, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it's just part of the game. Like there are some people that just because they are fans of other people, they wanted APC to win. I was like, why? How you're suffering, but you want APC to win because you don't like Davido? That's crazy. That's crazy. Davido that is comfortable. You never see anything. But that just shows you how deep this whole stanship stuff is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
David, I want to go back. I want to go back to talking about, you, the work you do, but of course your record label. Because I mean it's a great time for Afrobeats, great time for young stars, and a lot of them on your project too. What is it like truly like signing and making a superstar? How easy is it for DFW to make a global star? Any some of the challenges that you might have experienced trying to, of course, raise the next generation of Afrobeat stars yourself?
Man, first of all, the artist has to be ready to work, be hardworking. Shout out to like my earlier days in DMW when I had Mayor Kun, Peruzzi, Dremo signed to me. Like, man, we used to wake up and sleep, eat, bath in the studio. Like, us living together and the synergy was just magical. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I have the power and strength to sign, artists again, but I do, love helping, artists, especially upcoming artists, you know what I'm saying, get that exposure, you know what I'm saying. I give verses out all the time, collaborations, but like with me signing, I think I'm like done with signing for now,
Musician, because these days, we have AI musicians, AI songs topping, and people have different opinions, of course, about their thoughts of AI taking over music. Would that be an option for you?
Oh, I would never use AI. I do not even like it at all. Like it takes away the fun of everything. Like nah. Like even sometimes when I hear some AI songs, I'm like, how did the computer even like people are about to start losing their jobs? Like nah. Art should not be touched with or tampered with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really a fan of AI in the music kind of world, but I do use ChatGPT though.
Yeah, we all guilty.
We all do.
I think we all do.
I want to ask, when you were talking about Wande Coal, you talked about, being a younger artist that kind of zoomed past him. How do you feel about the new dogs, the new acts that are coming up in the Afrobeat space? How do you think they're doing compared to like your generation?
Is it easier? Would you say it's easier or much harder now?
You can't be on top. You can't be on top forever now. It's impossible. But man, I won't lie. My generation, we worked our butt off. Like it's crazy. The new generation are doing their thing crazy, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I just know how much harder it was. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like we didn't have no Spotify. We didn't have no Apple Music then. Like we used to actually go to Alaba, print our CDs, hold every CD, write every note to each DJ, each OAP, go to the clubs, buy drinks, sit there. You still do radio tour, you still do campus tour, activations. It was a lot. Now you can just upload one song on TikTok and it's gone everywhere. Blown, number one. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a different time now. You know what I'm saying? I definitely say it was much harder back then, for sure.
All right, so David, I would like to ask you this maybe final question, right? When the crown, the Ade itself, eventually gets passed on to the next generation, what do you hope that they say Davido did for them?
apart from, I mean, being remembered for good music, doing legendary stuff, just to be remembered that I used my own grace, you know what I'm saying, as a helping hand to other people, the people that I work with, my producers, you know, my artists, my songwriters, my engineers, do you understand? Knowing that these people were able to make a whole life, you know, change their generation with being associated with me, you know what I'm saying? That's all I live for, you know what I'm saying? Helping people, you know what I'm saying? Just that's really what I want to be remembered for.
I got to be honest, multiple projects, and you're, 33? It's as a fan, it's a sad question to ask, but do you ever think you're going to retire, or are you going to do this forever? Any fears about when would I stop? Ever thoughts about it, ever crossed your mind? Be honest, Davido.
Of course, it crosses my mind all the time because I'm like, I'm at the top of my game right now. Like, I feel like for the past 4 years, I've been really on top of my game, like with music, like hits back to back, shows everywhere, history, you know what I'm saying? 5 Grammy nominations. So it's like, yeah, sometimes I do think like, man, do I want to really like retire when it's like things are not like, you know what I'm saying? Or do I want to just be at the top and be like, you know what, I'm done. So I don't know. I always love music, man, to be honest. Music is in my blood, you know what I'm saying? I will always love it. Yes, if you ask me, do I want to venture into other things in the near future? Look, let me not say near future. In the future, yes. You know what I'm saying? I don't see myself doing music, you know, for at 58, 45 years.
Wow.
But I believe, like, I dropped my first song blew up when I was 17.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's a long
17, I'm 33. How many years is that? It's been a long
15 years,
16
yeah.
years road. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I feel wrap them up at 20, 21, you know?
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, thank you so much, Davido, for joining us today on Take 3. This was really amazing. And of course, congratulations to your uncle and the family at large,
Absolutely.
you know, on winning the Osun State gubernatorial elections. Thank you so much
Thank
once
you.
again for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Superstar, Oreade 01,
01.
30 BG, DMW to the world.
You know, we hope that when you're back in Lagos, you come and hang out
Thank you so
here
much.
in the studio with us.
Lagos Studio.